All right, let's dive into something that's absolutely at the core of great leadership: decision-making mastery. We're going to explore how you can seriously level up your effectiveness.
So let me ask you something right off the bat. Think about the decisions you make every single day. Are they the engine pushing your team forward, or are they maybe holding things back? It's a tough question, but it gets right to the heart of what we're talking about. Because let's be honest, leading in today's world is a whole different ballgame. The challenges are more complex, the pace is faster, and the stakes, they have never been higher. And look, this isn't just some nice-to-have theory. It's the ground truth of business today. The success of your entire organization, really, it all comes down to the quality of the choices its leaders are making. But here's the catch, and we see it everywhere. There's this huge gap between knowing how important great decisions are and actually having the skills to make them consistently. And this isn't about being smart, it's about a specific skill set that honestly is often completely overlooked. So what's creating this gap? Well, a lot of the time, the biggest obstacles are the ones we can't even see. They're these hidden traps lurking inside our own minds. You know, it's not always about the external pressures. A lot of it is internal. Things like that fear of getting it wrong, of having to own a bad call. But even sneakier are the psychological barriers, the biases that can quietly derail even the best leaders. So take confirmation bias, for example. This is our brain's default setting to hunt for any piece of information that proves we're right while totally ignoring anything that suggests we might be wrong. It feels validating, you know, but it creates massive blind spots. And then there's its cousin, overconfidence. Oh, we've all seen this one. It's that unshakable belief in our own gut feeling, even when all the data is waving a giant red flag. And that can lead to taking some really unnecessary risks. And we can't forget anchoring. You know that first number you hear in a negotiation or that first opinion shared in a meeting? It has this weird power to anchor everyone's thinking around it, and it can really limit the options right from the get-go. Okay, so just knowing these traps exist is a huge first step. But the real game changer is building a solid framework to actually move past them and get to a place of true mastery. And this idea here is so powerful. Great decision-making isn't just about picking option A over option B. It's about having the foresight to see the ripples, to understand the consequences that will play out down the line. So how do you develop that foresight? Well, it means really getting why decision-making is so critical. It means learning to spot and shut down those psychological barriers. It's about blending sharp, analytical thinking with big picture strategy, getting good at assessing risk, and then wrapping it all up with real accountability. And look, mastering this stuff isn't about just reading a book. It takes a real, structured journey to actually transform how you think and how you lead. Let's take a peek at what that journey could look like. Imagine a path like this. On day one, you just dive deep into your own thinking, uncovering those personal biases. Then, day two, you build on that with strategy and risk, so you can make confident calls, even when you don't have all the answers. And finally, day three is all about bringing it home, implementation and accountability, to make smart decision-making the new normal for your team. So the real question becomes, who is this for? Who stands to gain the most from this kind of deep dive into their own leadership style? Are you ready? The truth is, this kind of skill is crucial no matter where you are on your leadership journey. If you're an emerging leader, it's about building a rock-solid foundation. For mid-level managers, it's how you drive real performance. And for senior executives, it's about refining that strategic vision. The challenges change, but the need for sharp, clear decisions, that's the constant. So when you boil it all down, getting better at this is a strategic choice. It's an investment in your single most important asset, your ability to lead effectively. And this really lays out the two paths, doesn't it? On one side, you have the cost of doing nothing, stagnation, inefficiency, missed chances. But on the other side, that's the payoff for investing in yourself. We're talking strategic growth, a more resilient organization, and a genuine competitive edge. So let's be really clear. This is so much more than just a training program. It's a strategic investment in yourself, in your career, and in the future of whatever organization you're a part of. And it all begins with a single choice. So I'll leave you with this one question to really think about. What will your next great decision be?